All right. Test.
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 Looking in 5. Oy vey. 4, 3, and 2.
And we are back here on Convincing Idiots. I am Millennial Nick, along with Gen X Brian and Zennial Dean. And for the final award of the evening, I will be your presenter tonight. That is right. For our final award of the night, the award for the best and final segment goes to Oscars over the years. That is correct. So we are going to go around here with the Oscars just coming and going here. We have decided to maybe, we've looked over past winners, all the past winners of Best Picture from present day, this most recent year, all the way back to the beginning of the Oscars. And we're just kind of going to go around and give our top fives and maybe some honorable mentions of some Oscar movies that we enjoyed the most. And, see where that takes us. A little discussion there. So, Brian, I know you were on the mailing list, and that was on Messenger Pigeon to find out when, the first Oscars were going to begin. So you go ahead and start us off there.
Yeah, listen to it on the radio back in the time. Yep. This is after
the talkies, as they called it.
Is
that right?
Yeah, like Little Nanny, and then the Oscars or something like that. I looking back through these, there's a lot I have not seen. So I don't know if that's embarrassing or not. I'm not sure. I've seen a handful, but not.
Now, correct me if I'm, or I mean, if you guys feel differently. Yeah. There in recent years,
do you feel fat and squishy?
Sometimes. Depends on how many carbs I had that day, but that's neither here nor there. But I wonder if there are certain years where I'm like, I've never heard of this fucking movie until it wins, and then I'm like, now I have to see it? Like now I'm compelled to see it a little bit more
I do want to see this year's.
Yes.
So
watch this year's.
Was it Coda?
That was last year.
Last year, okay.
This year's
Everything Everywhere All at Once. No, that's right. Okay, yes. I do plan on seeing it, and I wanted to see that even prior to it winning. But yes, okay. So, but yeah, there's like you said, I kind of mirror that statement as to where there's a lot of them I haven't seen. But yeah, in years past, ones that tend to win, I sometimes hadn't even heard of, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll check it out or something like that. So, but yeah, I'm sorry. Continue on.
No, it's okay. I was just curious. So just big. So I think my favorite, looking back through all the winners. Yeah, my personal favorite, certainly one of at the very, I don't know, but 1992, one of my favorite movies of all time, actually, not just Best Picture, The Silence of the Lambs. You kind of forget that actually won Best Picture because it's such a creepy thriller, but so well done. Oh my God, just so many great performances with Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter, Jodie Foster. I think they both won Best Actor, Actress in their own right. I think it was like Best Screen. So this was a movie that cleaned up back then. So just so good. It's just such a powerful psychological thriller. If for some ungodly reason you've not seen this movie, you have to see it. Even the guy that played Buffalo Bill, the killer, just top to bottom, great movie. Me. Yeah, just to get you. The whole movie has you uneasy, but that's what it's supposed to do.
Just like terrific. People when they listen to this podcast.
That's right. We are the Buffalo Bill for your ears.
Sure.
Right. Put the lotion in the back there to get the hose again.
It puts the lotion on the skin,
or else it gets the hose again.
That's right. Okay, that's probably my top. Looking through all these here, that's probably my favorite movie of every picture that's won Best Picture, personally. So,
okay,
yes, nice. Dean.
My number one is a movie called Wings from 1927. It was the first movie, Best Picture, to win an Oscar.
Did
in
you see this movie?
1927. I didn't,
did?
but I loved it so much.
I see.
No, the first on my list is Forrest Gump, 1995.
Yep.
I mean, it has everything that you want, from laughter to drama to action.
Shame on Tom Hanks. He didn't need that role. He could have let somebody else have that.
Right?
No, he needed it back then. He did not need Pinocchio.
That's right.
For Ali.
Right.
Shame
Nobody
on, no.
needed.
That movie
needed
was
Pinocchio.
fine. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, but
He'd already done big. He didn't need Forrest Gump. Tom Hanks, shame on you.
Fuck you, Tom Hanks. No, I love the movie. It's one of my favorites. Probably my top, at least, definitely my top 20 movies of all time. We could do that, which we probably have, and I just forgot. But
I think so.
Well, maybe we should do maybe a battle bracket. I don't know. Well,
yeah.
Well, you do love those, so that would make
that's
sense.
right.
Forrest Gump versus Red Tornado.
Ooh, that's good.
Yep.
Or Sharknado. Even better.
How did Sharknado never win Best Picture? Is my question.
I don't
That's a
know.
bunch of bullshit. That's why I don't watch it. Boycotting that shit.
That's right.
Red Tornado was a weird superhero, by the way. Sorry. Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Forrest Gump.
Okay.
Very
cool.
good.
I'm going to start with, assuming it's my turn. I'm going to start with
Yes.
a 1958 movie that was really at that time quite ahead of its time. It was called A Ride to Tomorrowland, and in which it features, it's set in present day 1958. Have either one of you seen A Ride to Tomorrowland?
No.
Where there's this kind of this ominous flyer on a bicycle in which they call this number, and the number on it is this 330-808-7792, and when they call it, they find a path to an electric bicycle, which at the time is
futuristic
unheard
shit.
of. It's RPM Bike Shop on the other end of the line. Of course it is. Best Picture of the Year. Should be every year. RPM Bike Shop. Let me tell you about RPM Bike Shop. They have the finest selection of electric bikes for you. That's right. You don't have to wait for tomorrow to ride into Tomorrowland. You can make it present day land, okay? You don't have to mess with that weird stuff that Dean was doing. Is it tomorrow? Is it 3 days from now? Is it yesterday? Is it already happened? No. Tomorrowland, your Tomorrowland starts today when you call RPM Bike Shop, located in Carrollton, Ohio. Give them a call, 330-808-7792. You can also type in the Facebook search bar, RPM Bike Shop. You can see the wonderful electric bikes that they have to offer you. You can also see that and so much more on their website, and that's rpmbikeshop.com. So head on over to your perfect picture. You on an electric bike from RPM Bike Shop. That's
well
right.
done.
That's right. Thank you.
Well done.
But some of the people
you use your turn, so.
Some people listening, Nick, may have already called by the time they listen to this.
They're in Tomorrowland now, so they're actually in the reality
yesterday.
in which they've all they're listening. They've already seen everybody out on St. Patrick's Day yesterday because it's Tomorrowland where they are, right? That's how time travel works.
Yeah.
So the math checks out.
Yep.
I'm gonna for my actual answer for one of my top 5 movies. I'm gonna go with 2000's Best Picture winner, American Beauty.
Good one.
I mean,
good movie.
Kevin Spacey's a sack of shit and all that stuff, but it was a great movie. Just a really different movie, right? Doesn't mean you can't appreciate the work that was, and at that time we didn't know what a bag of shit he was. So, but it's a fantastic movie.
I love the song Billie Jean.
It's weird, right? It's weird. It's just different. I don't know. I always liked it. It came out in a time. I don't know. I just like the way it played with some things in society, and it was an interesting story. So American Beauty in 2000. That'll be one of the first ones that I choose. So.
Yeah, it's on my honorable mention, Nick. I like that movie as well. Just like you say, he was one of his. That might be, I don't know, his best performance. Perhaps,
yeah.
Like I say, it's a shame what he was, what was going on. But I'm with you. There's a very, very unexpected twists and turns in that movie. It captivated me for sure.
Yep, Absolutely, it did. It really kept you guessing up until the end, or you thought you had things figured out until you didn't, and it was just I don't know. It was a I like weird movies like that, things that are just kind of different and outside the box.
Excellent. Is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm going to give you. Let's see. I'm going to. How about 2011? 2011, The King's Speech.
Okay.
I really like this movie. Have you guys seen that one?
I have not.
I have not.
So
that's Colin Firth.
Right. Yes. So it was very interesting movie. It was King. Was it George? I can't remember now. But it was the King of England, and in real life he had a terrible stutter. Right, so he had to practice to be able to talk in public, and it was a whole thing for him. It was a whole anxiety. He had to hire a guy to help, train him, and he had to work up to trying, because he had to give, speeches on the radio and this and that. So it was a whole big work up to this big speech during wartime and stuff. And so, fantastic movie. It was just, overcoming personal fear, and just well acted. Awesome movie. I think he won Best Actor for that, if I'm not mistaken, as well. But
I think you're right.
Yeah, very nice. Just excellent movie all the way around. So if you just want a nice, compelling, feel good type story, check that movie out about a guy again just trying to overcome some personal. I don't want to say demons, but he had to overcome a affliction, if you will, and fight through it to be a strong leader for his country and his people. So, excellent movie.
Okay.
Dean?
I'm going to go with 1987 Best Picture, Platoon.
Okay.
With Charlie Sheen and Willem Dafoe.
Was it Martin Sheen? Charlie Sheen?
Charlie Sheen.
You're right.
Martin Sheen was Apocalypse Now.
That's right. Sorry.
But John C. McGinley, Tom Berenger, like I said, Willem Dafoe.
Did they win the pennant in that?
Pardon?
Did they win the pennant because the Cleveland Indians? Was that it?
Nope. That was Major League. I'm sorry. That was Major League. This was.
I get that mixed up.
Sure. No, this was about the Vietnam War. It was pretty much a very loose.
You're loose.
I try. It kind of a loose story about how what's his name? The director.
Cameron Crowe. James Cameron.
No. Jesus. I'm
Cameron James. Steven Spielberg.
Just keep guessing all of them because you're going to get one of them. You guys can talk. Wow. Jesus. You guys can talk while I'm looking.
Quentin Tarantino.
Yes, Oliver Stone.
Yeah, that was going to be my next one.
It was your next one. Yes, but it's very loosely his kind of his what he went through when he went to Vietnam. So yeah, that's next on my list is Platoon, 1987.
Okay, nice. Nick?
I'm going to go with 1962's Best Picture, West Side Story. West Side Story was a big one for me growing up. It was certainly my introduction to musicals and
knife fighting.
And knife fighting, absolutely, and sharks and jets and all of that fun stuff. But yeah, my mom was a big fan of the movie, and I saw it as a kid, and I don't know, I was really into it as a kid. I just thought it was this great love story, and certainly the Romeo and Juliet dynamic of it, which at that point I was probably more familiar with West Side Story than Romeo and Juliet as a young child, just because that's what I was introduced to. But we'd gone and seen it, at the Playhouse Square, I think it was, or in Akron, and no, that's in Cleveland, but anyway, I've seen it live and seen different versions of it over the years. Was just a big fan of the music, big fan of the story, and I love the original movie. I just absolutely love it. So, winning Best Picture in 1962, West Side Story.
Very good.
Brian, you up?
So I've been trying to, as I go, there's tons of movies I haven't seen. I already mentioned it here that I haven't seen a lot of Best Pictures. I put up a list of like 100 movies that men should watch or people should watch before they die, type of deal. There's a lot of these lists out there. So
Brian, you don't have to bend yourself to gender norms. You can watch whatever you want to watch.
Damn straight. And damn straight. I want to watch Revenge of the Nerds for the
and we mean that in porn as well.
That's
Anything
right. You watch whatever you want to watch.
That's right. Absolutely.
We know you like that amputee porn.
Pegging's A-okay with us. Don't you forget it. We love you.
I'm trying to watch some movies I haven't seen, and this particular movie is, you mentioned Keith already in this episode, so we'll give Keith another shout out.
Yeah, I believe he won for Handsomest Podcast Host.
He did.
Is that correct?
Yes, he did.
Yep.
This is his favorite
I hear
movie.
Michael Skinner was a solid runner-up, it was very close. Yep.
Absolutely. This is his favorite movie, and it happened to win Best Picture in 1944, and I just watched it not long ago. Casablanca. I was very taken with this movie. Very, very good. Humphrey Bogart, Ingrid Bergman, just classic movie. I need to go. It makes me want to go back and watch more Bogart movies, but this is just classic cinema all the way around. Just shot beautifully, great storyline. Bogart at one of his best. Just a great, excellent movie. Check it out. So it quickly became one of my favorites on this list. So nice. Casablanca. There you go.
I've never seen. I mean, obviously you know of it. It's a iconic movie, but I've never seen Casablanca. So,
I think it's out there. It's free on streaming. I think I found it out. I can't remember what streaming service is on, but I think it's out there for free even. So check it out.
I agree with Brian. Nick, I sat down thinking about. Just recently saw it as well. And thinking the same thing. I'm like, okay, it's a classic, right? So
sure.
It'll be, a black and white movie, but it was like the acting was good in it. The story was damn good in it. You definitely understand why it won the Oscar for Best Picture.
Yes.
I actually have it on my list too.
Oh, very good. How about that?
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. But since you did go with that, Brian, I'm going to go with, again, another movie Nick has never seen, and he's already stated he will never see. 1977, Rocky.
I saw it on the list, and I was like, one of them's going to have Rocky on the list.
It's on my list too, Dean. On my list.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Just cinematically beautiful. The score to the action scenes to the story, everything about it is damn near perfect. It's a beautiful film, especially... Like it still holds up. If you would show it to today, if Nick would actually watch it and kind of take that stigma off of it, I think he would enjoy it because I think it still holds up. It was just off the chart, especially for the time. Just a beautiful movie. So, 1977, Rocky.
I've watched that in a while. I said it recently, but I have not watched the original in some time. But
really?
But the first one has a whole different feel and vibe to it. So,
absolutely.
Nick, this is not like, Rocky fighting Mr. T in Rocky 3. That's a whole different, it's almost fun cartoonish by then. This was based on a true story where a guy out of Cleveland got the attention of Muhammad Ali, and they gave him a chance to kind of the whole publicity, and they were surprised that the guy, hung in there with Muhammad Ali. So that inspired still to write that script, and just the whole background of how that movie got made as well is very interesting. That was Stallone's first movie, his first big script, and he had to fight to keep it and allow him to be in the movie and direct it and all this and that and the other. Henry Winkler had some play in this too back then, to where I can't remember exactly what it was, but he helped get this movie made. It's just a whole different thing. It's really about the underdog and the whole story is just some average dude overcoming and just
Chuck Wepner.
Chuck Wepner. That's it.
So Creed follows along the blueprint of Rocky, right? Because that's what happened in Creed.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Because
if
in
you
the
love
first, like, he
Creed
didn't
1,
win. He didn't win,
correct.
but like he hung in there, and he's like, "This is the path to making a name for himself."
Correct. If you enjoyed Creed 1, you will enjoy Creed 2. Or yes, that also.
I'm planning on it. Yes,
yes, but you will also enjoy Rocky.
Yes.
Again,
Absolutely.
you're never going to see it, but you would if you.
I didn't say I would never see it. I just think I know what it is.
A couple episodes ago, you did say, "I will never."
I will never see it. I said I don't feel hard set again. I feel like I know what it is. I don't need to see it. I know what it is. I think.
All right.
Well,
it's just like my penis.
Yep,
you know what it is, but you're still going to see it.
That's right.
It's true.
That's right.
Still going to cross my T's and dot my I's. I see that motherfucker. Yeah.
Get in there.
Which one does the coach die in?
That was Rocky.
From Cheer? He died in like 88?
No, you mean the trainer?
No, the Mickey.
Rocky 3. Mickey died in Rocky 3.
3?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I think I've just seen...
Mr. T killed him.
I've seen...
No, we didn't kill him.
That was Apollo, right?
No, Mr. T
Who
killed him.
No, that's the Russian guy who killed Apollo.
No, Mr.
You're right.
Yes, the Russian kills Apollo. Mr. T got pushed Mick, which made him have the heart attack.
That's true. It was
he died.
Yeah,
it stems from the scuffle and the pushing of from. I always
you're right.
consider Mr. T.
Right.
Like, I've seen bits and pieces of apparently all the Rocky movies. I thought that happened in 1 or 2 because I never thought I saw any part of 3, but I do remember that scene. So I've seen.
You've never seen Thunder Lips?
All of them. I don't know what that is.
The beginning of Rocky 3 starts with it's Rocky fighting Hulk Hogan. And Hulk Hogan's wrestler's name is Thunder Lips.
Thunder Lips. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah. I mean, I've certainly seen snippets over the years of, like I said, apparently all 3 of them, because I remember scenes from every one of them.
What was that remaster, the 4, when they remade the 4? What streaming service was that on again?
I guess on HBO Max, I think.
Oh, is it on there now?
I think so.
That wasn't the one it was on.
How many original Rockies are there before whatever Balboa or whatever is the one that like comes? 4. Is that the 5th one?
That's the.
Is that the 5th? Is Balboa the 5th installment?
No,
I think it's the 6th one. That's the 6th one.
Oh, geez.
There was a 5th hidden one that not a lot of people talk about.
That's terrible.
That they kind of just pretended it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And I think maybe that's what's tarnished the whole Rocky thing, is because I'm sure maybe it started out as, it's almost like The Crow, right? The original Crow movie, I'm not saying they're the same thing, but The Crow is an incredible movie. It's fantastic today. It's still fucking awesome. But they made so many of them, and then a bunch went straight to DVD, and it was just, it's kind of like this franchise that they tried to squeeze every last little drop out of, and then it's like, but really only the first one. I mean, I'm not saying Rocky's the same way, because it sounds like the first few of them are really good, but it's kind of like that. Maybe that's what I think of it, is because it's like there's just a lot, and like it kind of maybe fell off towards the end. So I don't know, whatever. Never know.
Well, it's definitely one of the few movies in this list that really, I mean, it certainly launched a whole pop culture phenomenon with Rocky. Yeah. I mean,
it does.
And they're still
shocked
making
to see
Rocky
that it won picture
movies today. Yeah, with Creed, obviously. So it's still going. It still has its, its impact even today. So,
yeah. I mean, it shows you, like, you have like Sylvester Stallone and Van Damme and all those action heroes or whatever, but like Sylvester Stallone started with his first legitimate movie, writing, directing. He won best screenplay, right? Like he wrote for the writing of it, and best picture.
Yeah,
I don't know if he directed it. Did he direct it?
I
don't know, but I know he won for best screenplay and best movie, all in his first shot. So
yeah.
Okay. After what we've talked, we'll have to do this on another show, because I have so many more questions about it now. Because you threw me for a loop when you said it was a boxer from Cleveland, which leaves me so confused. But we'll talk about that on another episode.
Yeah, Chuck Wepner. Yeah. It's
Like why
it-
it's a Philadelphia thing? If it like I don't.
No.
It's even it's weird.
It's set in Philadelphia.
It's
I
set-
know that, but like,
Okay,
if it's not even based in
okay.
Philadelphia, why do they have a statue in Philadelphia? That's fucking dumb.
Hold on,
I've always
wait.
thought it's dumb. Period. That there's a
I'll
statue
explain.
of a
While
fictional
he's looking that
character
up, let me explain.
in Philadelphia.
All right.
From a guy that apparently wasn't even from Philadelphia.
Okay, so actor Sylvester Stallone looking
Yes.
for inspiration for his movie.
Yes.
Sees the Chuck Wepner story.
Yes, from Cleveland.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he writes Rocky like, oh, I like that story, and he writes a story about a guy like Chuck Wepner.
Right. But this
And
takes place in Philadelphia.
Because Philadelphia, I think, was such a hard-nosed boxing city.
Okay.
Back in the day, so you know what I mean. Like,
It was filmed in Philadelphia as well.
so he chose. I think he chose Philadelphia because of like its spirit.
Sure.
That so hell, Philadelphia.
My thing is,
if you watch it, Philadelphia becomes almost a character in itself.
Sure. There's a statue of a guy that's not real in Philadelphia.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, if you watch the
off
first
a guy
one,
not from Philadelphia, that's weird to me.
you would get it. Well, there is a whole thing of where you can go look at like Star Wars stuff at Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
Darth Vader's not from Florida.
Right, but that's not even based off of it. Like that's not based off of somebody from California instead, although there is one in California. But you know what I mean? It's not based off of a evil empire based out of Oklahoma.
It's based off of it. No, it's based off of a kid from from another planet. So
Right.
All right, so I have the award. So it won Best Picture, and you're right. The director, I'm incorrect. It was John G. Alvidson.
Okay,
and he actually won Best Director for this, and it won Best Film Editing. So Best Picture and Director. It was
he
up
didn't win for writing.
Nope, it was up
thought he
for actor, actress, Best Supporting Actor, Best Original Screenplay was nominated. Best Film Anyone, Best Original Song, Gonna Fly Now, and Best Sound. So I was up for quite a lot. But so it did well in its time.
Yeah.
So we're talking a lot about Rocky, but
we
Spent a half hour on Rocky.
Yeah.
Next, what do you got next?
Yeah, what do you got next?
I'm going to go with 2007's picture of the year. I love this movie, The Departed. A great cast.
Good movie.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Mark Wahlberg. It's just there's all kinds. It was more people than I could even remember off the top of my. Was it Matt Damon? I believe as well. Yes, was one of the central characters. Fantastic movie. Just awesome. Just gangster movie of a modern era, really. And it was another one that really kept you kind of guessing things, a lot of moving parts and pieces. And I absolutely love that movie. I own it on DVD. At that time, I watched everything Mark Wahlberg did, and I absolutely love that movie to this day. So 2007, The Departed, won Best Picture. Love that one.
But could Mark Wahlberg beat Clubber Lang? That's the question.
No.
I don't know. No, good stuff.
He'd bring the pain.
What's your prediction? Pain. All right. I want to give you two at once here. Again, these are movies I did not see these until a few years ago as well. Way overdue. Way too late in life to watch these movies. Cinematic gold. 1973 and 1975, respectively. The Godfather and The Godfather Part 2. Both won Best Picture in those respective years. Great movies. There's not much I could say. It was just so many great performances. Yeah, it was exactly. So again, if for some reason you don't watch these movies, don't wait as long as I did in life to watch them. Check them out.
You'd be a real loser if you waited that long.
That's right. Al Pacino at his finest, really.
Sure.
James Caan. There's so many great performances in these. Marlon Brando. Awesome. So, Godfather 1 and 2. Sure.
Come on.
That's the head. That's the guy in the back.
That's the head. That's the head.
Where's the bust at? That's all the nights.
This week I have a skull for like Hamlet.
Hamlet.
Right. So yeah, you're right. Godfather's. I mean, if there's a Mount Rushmore of movies in general, that at least one is going to be on there.
Absolutely.
So,
Dean?
all right, my next one is did they win an Oscar? Hold on, let me double check that. Was it Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo? Was that what year was that? 90, 80, 84? No, that didn't win. All right, scratch that.
Just a Golden Globe, I think.
Oh, fair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with 2001's The Gladiator.
That's on my honorable mentions.
Russell Crowe.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
The only bad side about that movie is that it overshadowed the Patriot movie with Mel Gibson. Came out the same year, and I don't think it got enough love. But with that said, The Gladiator, loved the movie. I mean, I think I saw it in the big screen. Just beautiful.
Joaquin Phoenix was so fucking good, man. I love that. I love that dude. I fucking love that dude. He's one of my favorite actors. Period.
Absolutely.
You know what? Never saw it. Isn't that crazy? I got to
really?
watch. Yep.
Yeah,
Stupid.
that's
you
a
really
real
should.
Good one.
Yeah.
There's the one you put up on the big screen in your backyard, man.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
So, Nick, I think you're up, or right?
Yeah. So I've got two left on here on my mountain. Gotta go with 1998. If it didn't win for best fucking soundtrack alone, 1998's picture of the year, Titanic. Fucking love Titanic. Still love Titanic.
Wow.
It was so fucking. I mean, I understand it's Rocky. Basically, it's kind of based around something that really happened, but the centerpiece of the story is not fucking real. However, it's a great story.
She's fucking lying.
It's a great story. I just love it. I went and saw it in the theater. It was a big deal when it came out. Just the whole thing, man. I thought just fucking. There's so many scenes in it that are just so good. You really feel like it's a long movie, but in a short amount of time, you really feel like, I don't know, the characters, the connection that they make through the story is very deep and meaningful. And there's just a lot of, certainly the parts that do tie into real historic events and the way that they film things. I mean, when that ship is going down, you feel the chaos, you feel the trauma and everything going on. I don't know. I just love that movie. I love the fictional side. I love the story. And I love the nonfiction.
I watched it and I was rooting for the darkness of the ocean
that they brought into it and stuff like that. The real characters that were tied in to the actual story, that were fringe characters in the movie, so to speak. Yeah, man, I just love that movie. I really do. I know that there's a cheeseball factor to Titanic. Years later, the whole majestic of the love story, and there was room on the door for him, and the Celine Dion. So there's cheese aspects to it that people like to make fun of. But fuck, man, I still, every time it's on, like I'll watch it. Like I'll stop. If it's on and something, and it's like I'm going to finish watching it. Like I fucking love that movie.
I don't know how cheesy, because Brian paints me like his French girls all the time.
And as a young boy seeing some titty things on Kate Winslet,
come on, it's bullshit. She's listening at this point, so you can say it, can't you? Come on,
Kate Winslet. Yeah, she probably turned it off a while ago because she got confused by the St. Patrick's Day runaround. She's like, I thought I was listening to this on this day. And he's telling me that, so I get it. But no, I love Titanic.
Man. Kate's still with us.
Kate's with us till the end. Kate will never kick us off that door.
That's right.
Yeah, Dick, so many tragic scenes in that movie. They're so moving.
Like Billy Zane's acting.
And I would say Billy, I was just going to say, he was such a fucking prick. Like, he's so great in that movie. It's so hateable in that kind of pretentious, rich prick way. You know what I mean? Like, he's just so, it's very, like, the undertones of, he's very hateable. You know what I mean? And like, I love that. I just love it. I love the whole fucking movie. I thought it was great.
The older couple, getting holding
each other in bed.
The orchestra.
That guy jumping off the edge where he like ding, like hits his leg on the fucking propeller and goes.
Man.
It's just wild, man. And the people in lifeboats and the kids not they're again Billy Zane being a fucking dick, like taking the lifeboat, women and children first and stuff. It's just I don't know, man. It's I don't know. I just that movie really always stuck with me. And granted, it came out in '97, so I was 9 years old when it came out. But it's one that always stuck with me. I absolutely love that movie.
I would love to see it redone without the love story. Like, give me a
well, there's documentaries on that if you want to.
Yeah, no, but
that.
I want to see like the give me the historical accuracies of it. Give me the, Molly Brown was an actual person and she was a badass. Based the story on her. Like if you've ever seen documentaries or whatever on her, she could easily hold a movie, that character alone.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Yep. Who is it? One of the first mates or whatever, one of the second in command or whatever. He actually ended up. The story goes. I'm going to butcher because I have it in front of me, but he was going to go down with the ship, right? And like he got trapped under something, and he was going down, and then one of the things exploded and blew him out, and they ended up picking him up, and he survived. He was actually one of the guys who ended up going and saving a bunch of people during World War II. Like he got medals of honor for saving people.
Oh, okay.
Because he survived the Titanic. Just crazy shit like that. The Titanic is such an amazing story. They didn't have to dick it up with all that titty kissing and stuff. I didn't need
but
it.
I did. I will say that that's kind of one of the, like, now looking back, when I was a kids seeing it at first, it was just this cool movie and this interesting love story and whatever. But going back, I like how much they really went into great detail as far as, studying the Titan and making everything look exactly the way it did on there.
Right.
And incorporating actual characters around, on the fringes of the storyline, like Molly Brown is in it, the captain, whatever his name. I mean, a lot of the characters around it were actually on the Titanic. These people that's names are mentioned were actual people on the Titanic. It just, the Jack and Rose and the love story and all that stuff wasn't real. But I don't know. I just think it's kind of cool that they meshed a love story in the middle of this historical event. But yeah, like I'm not going to turn somebody who's seen the movie and doesn't like it into someone who loves it.
No, it's kind of like it's like showing the movie Tombstone and then putting like a love story between two teenagers as the focus point, and putting Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp in the background of this.
Yeah. No,
like,
I see that.
The story's badass enough. You don't need to shit it up with other, like a made up story. Use real life story. That's just my opinion.
Well, if you did, maybe you may win Best Picture and make $1 billion.
There we go.
There you go.
That's what it did.
I didn't see Tombstone on the list for Picture of the Year. Maybe because there was a lack of love story in Tombstone.
You can eat an ass. That's what you can do. Tombstone is an American treasure.
Well, I give you my 5. So my Mount Rushmore, and then we can do honorable mentions. I did.
I'm done.
How do I have one left?
Silence of the Lambs.
Because we doubled up on a couple.
I did Godfather 1 and 2. Casablanca.
Okay.
Rocky. So what is your last one on your
My last one is my favorite. It is I was saving the best for last. This is one of my favorite movies, period. Ever. 1960.
Can you go all the way?
I didn't say it was my very favorite movie ever. I said it was one of my favorite movies ever. And it's certainly, of the Best Picture winners, this is my favorite. 1960s Best Picture was Ben-Hur. I fucking love that movie. It is long as shit, but little background, my grade 5 elementary school teacher showed us this over a period of like 3 weeks. We'd watch it in snippets of, 20 minutes here and 15, whatever. And man, I like every day, I couldn't wait till we watched another segment. It was like watching a soap opera. I couldn't wait till the next episode. It was really cool because at that age, he would teach, it was, a teaching tool, and he would teach us a little bit about what these things were. Like, we didn't know what leprosy was. We didn't know, like, what,
bullshit. The way he put it on because he needed a smoke break.
but he was
Snuck
great at
out.
explaining it. And my grade 5 teacher, Mr. Henman, did an incredible job of guiding us along with this. And bless him, he was one of my favorite teachers I ever had. But I love Ben-Hur. I love that movie. I love the way that just the story it tells. You really feel like you are following along, and you're following along with the ups and downs of the life of this character. And there's so many great scenes in it. Masala is one of my all-time favorite villains. I mean, you talk about a dick. We're talking about Billy Zane in Titanic. Masala is a true fucking asshole. I mean, just incredible storytelling, incredible characters. I love Ben-Hur, and it's always on at Easter time. I love to watch it.
I would not have guessed that. Brian, would you have guessed that?
No.
I was such a fan of that movie.
Wow.
My parents bought it for me for Easter. It was a double VHS because it's so long. It has to be on two VHS tapes.
Sure.
So it was a 2 VHS set. And yeah, man, absolutely just head over heels for that movie. Love it. It's certainly my favorite that was ever a winner of Best Picture. And probably I would have to put it in my top 10 movies of all time. I absolutely love Ben-Hur. So that would
I've never seen it.
I would round out my really. Oh man,
I'm not.
Nope.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's long, man. It's like. Fuck, I don't know. It's like 3.5, 4. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it feels longer.
No,
than,
I think
because I was a kid, but it's long. I know it's long. Because I mean, I remember when Titanic came out and people were like, "Oh, it's so long." There's an intermission in the middle. It's like 3 hours, and that was like a big benchmark. Now there's all kinds of 3-hour movies, but at the time, for Ben-Hur, I mean,
Ben-Hur was 3 hours and 32 minutes.
Okay, yeah,
wow, that is long.
So yeah, it's a long fucking movie. But yeah, man, great storytelling, great acting. Charlton Heston's fantastic. It's just awesome movie. So anyway, that rounds out my my Mount Rushmore, my top 5.
Nice.
Any other honorable mentions, Dean?
You know what I did? I wrote like a joke list, but like I remember watching Bridge Over the River Kwai back in 1930 with my dad all the time, and I love that movie. So it's just an old school.
What year? When was that?
1930.
30. Okay.
But it actually starred Sir Alec Guinness in it.
Yes, that's right.
Was in it. So yeah, I always loved that. And like I was going through this, like you guys said, a lot of them I haven't seen, but some of them, like Argo was really good.
Mm-hmm. That's on my list as well.
Honorable mention. Yep.
The Hurt Locker. Yeah. No Country for Old Men. There's my honorable mention. No Country for Old Men. I didn't think I was going to like it. It seemed weird, but you know what? I dig, everybody in it and the directing and writing and everything. So, and it was fucking amazing. Like just suspenseful. And was it Javier Bardem? Was
That's
that
right. Yes, movie with the drill thing.
Yes, the cow thing with the air shooting through.
Yeah,
God, that was so cool. And like the ending was just bizarre and fascinating and cool. Yeah,
I haven't seen a movie in years. But yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah. Okay, Nick,
what about you?
You guys have hit all my honorable mentions because I had Silence of the Lambs, I had Gladiator, and then the last one that had not been mentioned prior to that last conversation was Argo. Which I believe Ben Affleck was the director of as well, and also the lead in. And of course, I mean, a great movie when Canadians play the superhero. So, I mean, obviously that's on my list. But yeah, those are the ones that I had written down for honorable mention.
I see. I had, we already talked about American Beauty. Forrest Gump was on mine. Fargo was on mine. I mean, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I mean, I know you guys haven't seen it yet, but it's a great movie. A lot of fun. And
we
also
missed
Rain. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Rain Man.
Absolutely.
1989, Tom Cruise.
Yep.
And Dustin Hoffman. It was a great movie. If you haven't seen that movie, check that out. So Dustin Hoffman, it was like he's artistic, so he could read cards. So just you know the concept if you've so very good movie, great acting, interesting story. Rain Man, go check Dustin Hoffman at his finest.
This was a very hard subject to do, only because there's a lot of movies we haven't seen, but there's a lot of ones we've missed. So everybody's going to listen to this. Both of you are going to listen to this and think, and get mad that we didn't say yours. Movie that you love, like Unforgiven, Schindler's List.
Yes.
Yeah.
Schindler's Driving Miss Daisy. Once you go down through this, it's just insane. Like some of the Gandhi, Terms of Endearment, Chariots of Fire. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we missed a lot of movies, and not even
Sure.
missed. We picked our favorites, and these were
Yep.
our Mount Rushmores.
Yeah,
That's right. All these movies won a golden statue.
Mm-hmm.
And if I
That's
may
right.
say, I am convinced by both of your endorsements here too. I feel compelled to watch Casablanca. Like I feel like
Yes,
I need
check
to see
it
that
out.
movie.
You'll enjoy
Beautiful.
it. You enjoy
Brian,
it.
what were you
It's-
saying?
I was just saying, all these movies won a golden statue.
Mhm.
And another thing that it kind of reminds me is golden things that are of value, that are artistic, celebrating art, if you will.
I thought you said autistic.
Not autistic.
Okay,
Not
artistic.
autistic. Could be autistic.
Oh, it could be artistic autism. You know, there's a lot of great artists.
Artistic.
Not these artists, though.
That's right. And I may say one of the most artistic things in the Northeast Ohio area, the Norton, Ohio area, is Golden Heart Tattoo.
Oh,
if I may say.
Hearts of gold, them boys.
A long way
right.
around the tree,
Golden
but we
heart
got there, buddy.
tattoos.
Yes, very low. So Golden Heart Tattoo, our final sponsor. Go check them out in, again, Norton, Ohio area. GoldenHeartTattoos.com is the website. Find them on Facebook at Golden Heart Norton, Norton. They've done work on all of us here. Did great work. Very artistic, maybe autistic as well. Not sure. Scott, maybe. Not sure. Don't know.
No,
It's okay if he is.
I don't.
Fine.
It would be fantastic
Cool.
and fine if he was,
Yeah,
but I
sure.
don't believe he is.
That's fine. That's okay.
It's okay that he's not.
There's nothing wrong with that. You also give them a call at 234-706-2982. Golden Heart Tattoo.
Let them take a stab at you with their golden needles.
I'm feeling
You're
this is the
dangerous close to
outro.
being a pirate.
I'm feeling this is the outro right here in the Leprechaun.
Let your
Yeah.
sails fly, matey.
Oh, this is going to be a pirate exit. Let's do it. I can't wait.
The Leprechaun Pirate or whatever this is.
Leprechaun pirate. That's
Whatever this is
exactly what we
great.
need.
Whatever this is great. Yes. So, gentlemen,
Is that where we're going? Okay.
we come to an end on episode number 133. I think it's lucky. You might be listening to us live. Maybe you're listening to us 10 weeks from now, or 2 weeks ago, or whatever time zone and dimension you're listening
Time
to us in
variant.
right now.
Yes.
That's right. So we've come to an end, and we hope you are presently enjoying St. Patrick's Day, or you did enjoy St. Patrick's Day, or you're enjoying St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. Whatever it is you're listening to us, we hope you enjoyed it. So
That's right.
that's right. Nick, you want to take us out, sir?
Well, I can't do that there, matey, but hearty, me and Shimmy, the leprechaun pirate, and what I can tell you to do is if
Shimmy?
you're sailing the high
like it.
seas of the internet, well, climb aboard. All you have to do is go ahead, grab your pot of gold there, and head on over to our
It's like a
convincing... That's right, matey, because waves are all we leprechaun pirates ride around here. After all, it is St. Patrick's Day. All you got to do is head on over to our Convincing Idiots link tree. That's right, sail the seven seas all the way over to the place that you find X marks the spot on the magical map, and there you'll find Convincing Idiots link tree. You can like, subscribe, rate, and review. You can also find all of that information there, matey. Grab your mighty blade betwixt your teeth and head on over to convincingidiots.wordpress.com.
There.
So gather up your lucky clovers, and we'll see you again next week on Convincing Idiots. I am your millennial Shimmy, the leprechaun pirate.
That's fantastic.
Good Zenhill Dean. I don't know.
Gen X Brian.
Have we convinced you to come along aboard and meet us on the other side of the rainbow for another episode of Convincing Idiots? May the luck of the Irish be with ya.
Everybody, Gen X Brian with Millennial Nick and Zennial Dean. we need more people besides Nick's mom watching us. Give us a like and subscribe.
Ham grape.
Challenge accepted.
The episode was Shimmy and the Southern
I got the
Gentleman.
luck of the Irish on my side.
There's an argument I want to hear. Shimmy and the Southern Gentleman arguing back and forth.
No, I'll say there, I do declare, you sir do not own the 7 seas. Arr, well, if you think you're so bright, then come and take 'em from me. Get off of that old rocker, put down your sweet tea, and come and take it from it.
Only
The
if we
battles
had
are going
some
in my
people
head
do-